This is Father Ken Lau, and welcome to the new episode of Nuggets for the Soul. Been meeting people who are not familiar with venial sins and mortal sin. And some people just committed venial sin, but they thought that they already committed mortal sin. I think this applies to those who are scrupulous, or maybe just people who are just not aware. And some people who are already committing mortal sin, and they think that they're just committing venial sin. So it's good for us to know what venial sins are and what mortal sins are. And just like to share with you a post by Jose Maximiano on Facebook. The title of his post is going back to the basics. Mortal sin separates us from God. There are sins that are not mortal. He enumerated 9 here. 1 is lying through your teeth to destroy your former friend's reputation. Doesn't exactly count as flossing. Okay, so we see here the severity of lying, really lying to destroy your friend's reputation. Number 2, bearing false witness against your neighbor. That's on Exodus 20 verse 16. Is huge, willful, and destructive of character. Hence, we have today the phraseology, character assassination, and it constitutes a grave sin. Number 3, once you become aware of one mortal sin committed, my advice is that you go to confession the soonest. Number 4, nevertheless, not all offenses are equal before God, and therefore not all daily faults and shortcomings due to our human frailty will be punished with the same severity that is meted out to serious ones. Number 5, do you pray the act of contrition every night? Oh my God, I'm heartily sorry for having offended thee. That prayer is for our venial sins and daily imperfections, not for mortal sins. That's why we still need to go to a priest and confess our mortal sins. Number 6, venial sins are slight sins. They do not entirely break our friendship with God, although they injure it. They involve disobedience of the law of God in slight venial matters, like a wife getting some pesos from the husband's wallet. Number 7, however, if we gossip to intentionally destroy a person's reputation, it will be a mortal sin, because normally a gossip is about trivial matters and only venially sinful. 8, where does the idea of purgatory come in? Those who attend God's heavenly banquet must be perfectly pure, for in the strictest sense, his eyes are too pure to behold evil. That's from Habakkuk chapter 1 verse 13. Number 9, it's logical to think those with venial sins will be purified somewhere else before entering God's majestic presence in heaven, and that cleansing station somewhere is what we call purgatory. Okay, so a difference between venial sin and mortal sin. Venial sin is like having a cold. Okay, it affects our body, it weakens us, but it doesn't kill us. Mortal sin is like having a cancer that if you don't seek help, you could really die. We try, of course, the best to avoid any mortal sin, but even venial sin. Living Saint, Jesus, Mary, Joseph, we trust in you.